Welcome to Lesson 3. In today's lesson, we're going to look at birds as another group of vertebrates. Remember that vertebrates are animals with a backbone. Birds also bear the following characteristics. Their legs are covered with scales. They are warm-blooded, which means that they can regulate their body temperatures. They reproduce by laying eggs. They undergo internal fertilization. They breathe using lungs. Their bodies are covered with feathers, which keeps them warm and supports them in flight. They have beaks for feeding. They have wings to fly. They have nictitating membranes for protecting their eyes when flying. Birds are classified into 8 groups. The first group of birds are the birds of prey. These are birds that hunt and kill other animals for food. They have strong, sharp, hooked beaks for tearing flesh and strong carved talons for gripping prey. Birds of prey include eagles, kites, hawks, owls, and secretary birds. The second group of birds are the scavenger birds. These are birds that feed on carrion. By feeding on carrion, these birds help to keep the environment clean and free of bad smell. They include crows, vultures, and marabou storks. The third group of birds are the perching birds. These are birds that rest on branches of trees, twigs, or electric wires. These structures on which they rest are called perches, and that is where they get the name perching birds. They have feet with 1 toe pointing backwards and 3 toes pointing forwards. Perching birds are further grouped into 4 subgroups, depending on what they feed on. That is to say, seed eaters, for example, pigeons, doves, weaver birds, and finches. These birds survive on seeds as their major diet. Insect eaters such as robins, sparrows, swifts, and swallows. These birds survive on insects as their major diet. Nectar suckers, such as sunbirds and hummingbirds. These birds survive on seeds as their major diet. Fruit eaters, such as hornbills, These birds survive on seeds as their major diet. The fourth group of birds are the scratching birds. These are birds with blunt, strong claws for scratching the ground, such as chicken, turkeys, and guinea fowls. The fifth group of birds are the climbing birds. These birds have feet with 2 toes pointing forwards and 2 toes pointing backwards. They have strong and pointed beaks for making holes in tree trunks in search for food and breeding places. They include parrots and woodpeckers. The sixth group of birds are the swimming birds. These are birds with webbed feet and spoon-shaped beaks. They include swan, ducks, geese, penguins, seagulls, and pelicans. The seventh group of birds are the wading birds. These are birds that walk through shallow water to find their food. For example, ibis, heron, egrets, crested cranes, flamingos, jacana, and kingfishers. These birds have half-webbed feet to prevent them from sinking in mud. The eighth group of birds are the flightless birds. These are birds which cannot fly. They have small and weak wings, and their bones are filled with bone marrow, which makes them unable to fly. They include ostrich, kiwi, emu, penguin, and cassowary. Birds are generally important in the environment because they provide meat and eggs to people. They also help in seed dispersal and pollination of flowers. However, they can be dangerous by destroying crops, preying on poultry, and making a lot of noise in the environment. That's it for today's lesson on birds. For our next lesson, we will focus on reptiles. See you then. Goodbye.